Alright, I hope that's a little bit better. I can try to talk a little bit quieter as well. But yeah, so the runners are getting ready right now. Romanticore, the heart and pride of Texas. Romanticore, the heart, yeah, Romanticore, the heart and pride of Texas, and Dude, another Dutchman. So here we go. Dude's timer. I don't know if he actually paused his timer or what, but his timer's not running. Ooh, he quit out. Is he starting over?
Wait, I'm confused now.
Yeah. Not sure what's happening with Doodhandvleee here, but Romanticore waking up on the clinic. He's gonna hope that he can make it past the wolves here. Or this wolf has one purpose, and that's to kill you. It's a scripted kill, and we bypass him in the speed runs to not have to come back here. So Romanticore hoping the Stern God blesses him, and he can make it to the dream. I'm not sure what's happening with Doodhandvleee here, guys. Okay, Doodhandvlee starting over. Once again, just a little technical issue. But, so, we will have a difference in RTA or real-time attack, but that doesn't necessarily mean just because Romanticore is a minute ahead right now, that does not mean he's a minute ahead in the race, because we actually go by in-game time. So Romanticore having a clean clinic segment, if you will, getting past the enemies, picks up some blood vials, and now he'll make his way into the dream to get 2 weapons. Cookie, do you want to explain how they get 2 weapons?
Oh yeah, for sure. So the way you pick up 2 weapons is by picking up the first weapon, and as soon as you pick up the first weapon, you want to keep continuing spamming X, because there will be a small time window where you'll be able to go back into the weapon select menu. And the second weapon that they want to pick is the threaded cane. And they will use that second weapon for another skip that will be later on in the game.
Yeah, so they're going to be using the second best saw weapon, in my opinion. That's just a joke. But they will be using the saw cleaver the entire time. It's a weapon you can start with. It's very overpowered, very high DPS, damage per second, and they also pick up the threaded cane, like Cookie said. It won't actually be used at all, except for one skip. So Dude making his way to the Hunter's Dream now, and Romanticore, in the meantime, is going to make his way through Central Yarnum and try to execute the first skip, which was found, I believe, by Giant Cookie Jar. Is that right, Giant Cookie Jar?
Well, no, that's not exactly true. Like, I found the no quit out version.
You found the plunge attack.
Yeah, exactly, and that led to...
Ooh, did Romanticore's internet just cut out?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Ooh. Anyways.
Yeah, but in any case, that's the no quit out version led to partial quit outs.
Yeah.
Because before we used to have only no quit out runs or a category.
Yeah. So we have
you can explain the sewer skip.
Yeah,
I like the way you explained.
They're going to be doing the sewer skip coming up. Basically, they're going to get on top of the boxes. We have an emote called Box S, made by the great LVD, which is the box with sweat and little eyes. But what they're going to try to do is jump up on the box onto a little awning that sticks out. And from that awning, they're going to jump and hope their feet touch the fence. Not the actual fence, but there's 2 fence posts you can land on. And as long as the game registers that your feet hit that fence post, you can get a YOLO version where you plunge onto the fence. But more likely, you're going to hit the fence, roll forward, and quit out. And when you come back in, the game's going to store your position as being on the fence. And so you can bypass the sewer. Therefore, it's the sewer skip. So Doodhand making the jump up right now. Romanticore's back. It looked like there was a delay. Nice. Doodhand getting the no quit out sewer skip. So.
Oh, it seems like they just delayed it just so they could be.
Oh, Romanticore delayed it, so so we're synced up now, guys.
Nice. Yeah,
Very
Dude
nice.
has got the no quit out version of the skip, so that's really nice.
Very nice. So Dude saving a little time here, but not as much as it seems. Like I said, it all comes down to the end game time. Can't stress that enough. The Romanticore, actually missing the skip, so his feet did not connect with the post. Then he gets a baby roll. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee entering the first fight, which is Father Gascoigne. Looks like Romanticore is going to get the sewer skip here. Dude opting not to go to the stairs. In most speedruns, you'll see him fought on the stairs. He has 3 phases. First one, axe and gun. Second one, extended axe and gun, around 70% health. But with the saw cleaver, you can kind of break his poise the entire time. And if you have a good fight, you'll never actually see the phase 2. And then around 40% or so, I'd say, he goes into phase 3 and becomes a beast.
Yeah, you definitely want to skip the second phase because his second phase is really hard to read.
It's a lot harder to parry. All the attacks still can be parried, but it's much harder. So you see Doodhandvleee right now, pretty solid fight.
Oh,
like I said, opting not to use the stairs. Most fights will be done on the stairs, just because it gives you better windows to parry. Whenever Gascoigne jumps back and spams his gun, he jumps up the stairs or down the stairs, so you're not on level ground. But dude with a really clean fight. I think that was about a 430.
Yeah.
What?
It was a little bit of a struggle at the end. Like, Gascoigne fought a little bit back, but other than that, it was a really clean fight.
So right now, Romanticore on the same fight, opting to go to the stairs. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee right now picking up a Blood Gem Workshop tool. Basically, what that does is, as you upgrade your weapon from +0 to +10, you can put gems in it to deal more damage. And so they will both upgrade their weapon to a +10 by the time it's all said and done, and they will have 3 gems in there, which we'll get to later. So Romanticore able to finish off. Remember, he does have a couple extra quit outs, so really not sure how far he is behind here.
Yeah, it should be like, I don't know, 10 seconds behind at most.
Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee picked up the Hunter's Attire. I prefer to say attire over armor, because if you play Dark Souls, armor's actually, like, good. Armor could save you. In this game, you start basically wearing paper straps. And so the Hunter set is better, but I don't even want to say it's like, it's not really armor. It's, like I said, it's just a set you wear. And they also picked up,
the only reason that you pick up the Hunter set is so you can have more Beast Meter. That's basically the only reason you want it.
Yeah, we can discuss Beast Meter once they get to Bloodstar Beast, the first time they use it. So Doodhandvleee just talked to Alfred, who is a NPC, non-playable character. He has a quest line. We're not going to fulfill his quest line in this, but he gives us 3 fire papers for accepting his cooperation. And the next 3 bosses are beast-based, and all the beasts are susceptible to fire. So there's only 2 buffs in this game. There's Bolt Paper, which is lightning, which will be used pretty much on every boss in the run, except for the next 3 bosses, which they're going to use the fire paper on. Romanticore opting to skip the Hunter set, by the way. We'll see if that ends up being a smart decision or not.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. Like, especially if you go to the Shadows fight. Like, you can basically get one-hitted if you don't have the Hunter set.
So, Doodhandvleee entering Old Yharnam. He's picked up Pungent Blood cocktails. Dude opting to skip the lamp here, so he's going to mark out after this fight, which will take him straight back to the Cathedral Ward. Some players have been taking the lamp as a safety measure. Doesn't lose you that much time in-game time, really just loses you more RTA from having to go back to the Dream just to come back to the Cathedral Ward. So Dude doing the old version of the Old Yharnam skip right now. Rolling onto a ledge, rolling onto little, I don't know what you want to call it. But it basically allows him to skip most of Old Yharnam. Let's see if Romanticore has been doing the new Old Yharnam skip, as silly as that sounds, which was actually found by Giant Cookie Jar. This one I can confirm was found by Cookie. So, Romanticore not taking the lamp either, and looks like, let's see if he's been going for the new one. He is. So basically this saves what, Cookie, about 8 seconds or so over the old version?
Yeah, 8 to 11 seconds. It's not that much faster, but and it's also a lot more riskier, I guess, because the first jump can be really tricky.
It's much harder, I'd say. But he got it.
Yeah, so, that was a really nice skip.
Romanticore picking up the Beast Blood pellets. Basically, a quick overview of those. You pop one, you'll see it used on every boss from here on out. They're going to use cocktails here to distract the Bloodstar Beast and keep her in the corner. So with the fire paper and what the beast blood pellet does, you see the beast meter above their head. As they do attacks, specifically with the saw cleaver R1 L1 transform attacks, they start dealing more damage. I want to say if the meter is full, you deal something like 80% more damage. But at the same time, the caveat to that is your defense is lowered by that much. So you deal more damage, but you also take a bunch of damage. So
yeah, you're basically a glass.
they're essential for a speed run though,
Yep.
because these guys do level up their weapon, which is huge, and these guys do level up their stats. But the beast blood pellet allows you to carry you through most of the bosses, honestly. So Dude Hand with
Yeah.
a clean old Yarnum segment.
Yeah. Without the pellets, the fights would be really slow.
Yeah, extremely slow. So Romanticore going for a little new strat here. Basically, he's doing a couple hits, and then he's just going to backstab her the entire time. Meanwhile, Dude Hand making his way through back to the Cathedral Ward. Romanticore with the clean old Yarnum as well. So now they're going to make their way to the Healing Church Workshop, which basically is a hidden area that you can drop down into. And what they're going to do there is pick up the doll set, which is a set of attire that has no defense, basically, but you sell it for 35,000 souls, or echoes, as they're called in this game, which gets you a ton of levels early on. And they're also going to pick up an item called 1/3 of the umbilical cord. There's actually 4/3 of the umbilical cord in this game, because fractions. But one of them you get from an NPC quest line, which is 2 out of the way. So you need to pop all 3 umbilical cords to fight the final secret boss. So that's why they enter this area. Dude Hand just picked up the cord, and he was able to get the chest skip. Maybe the most liberal use of the word skip I've ever heard. But basically, he falls off the ledge, hits X, and then you don't have to actually open the chest with your hands. So Romanticore is about to do the same thing.
Yeah, so next up, Dude Hand will be performing a glitch, and we call it the ladder glitch. So the way this glitch works is, you stand next to a ladder and you'll try to perform an action and press X at the same time, and that will trick the game that the ladder will be your last position.
Yep. As long as you don't die or go through a loading screen, you can run around the world. Dude's having a little trouble with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll see his character get sucked into the ladder when it works, and yeah, he's doesn't seem too happy about it. Does the traditional speedrunner wave my camera around? But yeah, so you're allowed. So what he's going to do here is kill this boss, take the lamp, so he can come back here later. This is honestly the newest glitch that we have, and it's really cool. But this is the only time that it's viable to be used in the run, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But basically what he's going to do is kill the boss inside this building, grab the lamp to come back to later, and then when he quits out, it's going to stick him back at the bottom of the ladder. So, yeah, you can do it with a gunshot or tricking your weapon. So here's Vicar Amelia. We always make a joke for no bad Amelia RNG. This boss, tried to do this boss without fire paper or beast blood pellet or maybe even just a different weapon, and see how hard she is. She's a very hard boss for first-time players, but the runner QTT6, who runs this game, found this strat where since she's a beast, all the beast's limbs can be staggered. So basically what you're doing is stun locking her the entire time. She never has a chance to fight back if executed properly. So I think DK or Dream King, I think he got a little bit about Amelia RNG. I think one other person did too, but nobody's died to it yet. So dying to Amelia would honestly be extremely hard to come back from. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like that would suck so bad because you won't have the same opening and.
Yeah, and she's already aggroed.
Yeah.
So. Dude Hand with good Amelia RNG takes the lamp and quits out, and that's going to put him back at the bottom of the ladder. Meanwhile, Romanticore doing the same strats. I think Romanticore has caught up a little bit because it didn't take him 5 or 6 tries to do the ladder dance. No, I'm not saying that as a shot to Dude, but it's about 3 or 4 seconds every time he tries. So Romanticore making up a little bit of time here.
Yeah, that's true, newbie, but the AI glitch, it's not that much faster than The current strats.
So meanwhile, Dude making his way to the next area, which is the Forbidden Woods. What he's going to do is pick up some Twin Stone shards here on the way, which are basically like the large Titanite shards in Dark Souls, if you want to think about it like that. So right now, these guys both have +0 weapons. Leveling up your weapon in this game is huge. So they're going to use Insight, which is another form of currency that's underneath their blood echoes in the top right-hand corner. They're going to buy the shards they need to get to +3, and then they picked up shards to get to +4 before the next boss. Meanwhile, you see at the bottom of the stairs here, Dude picks up a Bloodstone gem, or a Blood gem. He grabbed that tool after Gascoigne, and he's going to stick that gem inside his weapon for about 10% more damage. So nothing too fancy here, just picking up materials and making their way back to the Hunter's Dream. First level up of their stats, first level up of their weapons, and they'll be making their way to the scripted death that is Dark Beast Parl. Alright, so Dude here, gonna buy a couple Molotov cocktails to last him the rest of the run. Then he's gonna sell those doll clothes. Go to the, this is the main insight, or this is the bath messengers you can use echoes for, and then this one up here is the insight bath. So they sell materials as well, but you can only purchase with insight.
Wait, does Doodhand have a PS4 Pro?
I'm not sure, actually. I think they both just run on normal with SSD. I know Romanticore doesn't. And then you'll see they kill the doll here. It's not because they're bad people. It's just because killing her is actually faster than exhausting her dialogue. So she comes back every time. No need to worry about the doll. But they kill her.
Just kill the doll because she talks too much.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Doodhand gonna take off his shirt and stab himself to make blood bullets here. Being killed by this enemy will transport him to the next area early.
Rip run. Nothing that I could do about that.
Yeah. Nothing. Meanwhile, Romanticore gonna do the same thing. Yeah, Romanticore gonna be running with 10-bit, I believe, the entire time.
Oh wait, what? Seriously?
That's what, he did that in the last run. Ooh, so Romanticore getting bad RNG.
Oh shit! He got. Wait, what?
The Bagman has a grab animation. The Bagman will kill you and take you to where you need to go. But this animation is like 15 seconds, and I said the other time when somebody got this, he picks you up and drops you like an ex-lover. Picks you up and looks you in the eyes again like it's Undertaker at Raw WWF 98 Hell in a Cell. Picks you up just to let you know, screw you, gonna drop you again. So, very unfortunate death animation. And he was able to avoid it, so now he's gonna get punched and be okay. Meanwhile, Dude gonna fight the Dark Beast Parl, another beast. Your stats are high, your weapon's upgraded. Basically keep the boss stun locked the entire time.
Luckily, no bad RNG.
Yeah, no bad Parl RNG. Alright, so killing Parl early is not what they used to do in the run, but since I've ran it, I've always done early Parl. So you come here early, so you don't have to come back here later in the game. And killing Parl allows you to purchase Bolt Paper, which is the lightning buff that you can buy with Insight or you can buy with Echoes. So
Yeah,
they're gonna have a nice buff for the next 2 bosses.
Yeah, it's also slightly faster than the old road. Like,
Yeah.
by 12 seconds, I believe. So it's really nice that Hex found that. Like, for the longest time, people didn't really believe it was faster, but...
Yeah.
It was mainly for the reason that you don't have to do your
Your
goal
hard
skip
goal
twice.
skip twice.
Yeah, that skip is so bad.
Yeah, that's another skip found by this hex, our Canadian Lord and Savior. So hopefully he's in the chat so we can give him some grief. But meanwhile, Doodhand, gonna be I don't even want to say this is a skip. This is basically just a minor shortcut. So if you ever want to do a skip in this game, you come over here and run against these rocks and just jump, and it basically just allows you to skip a little portion of the Forbidden Woods. So what they're going to be doing is collecting materials to upgrade their weapon to +6, because it's only +4 right now. They're not even going to upgrade it for 3 or 4 more bosses. But they're going to pick up Beast Blood Pellets, and they're going to pick up the Twin Bloodstone Shards to upgrade their weapon later in the run. So Romanticore with a solid Taro kill as well, and he's basically going to be doing what Dude is now. So the next boss coming up, do you want to say a few words about the next boss coming up, Cookie?
Man. The next boss. Yeah, Shadows of Yawnon. Easy boss, no RNG.
Yeah. Basically a 3-on-1 gank fest, where one of them has the highest DPS attack in the game. One of them has an attack to breathe fire, and if you don't turn around, or you don't even have time to realize what's happening, it will destroy your health bar. So Romanticore can die in 1 counter hit, I believe, with 10 bit. So basically there's damage, normal damage, if you're standing there and get hit. Same thing for the enemies or bosses, if they're not moving and get hit. And then there's something in all the Souls games called counter damage. It's extremely high in Dark Souls 2, and it's extremely high in Bloodborne. So I think it's like if you're moving or you're attacking, you're rolling, whatever, you take about 30% more damage.
Yeah,
so,
it's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
like
so...
we used to have like a glitch for this boss fight, but they patched it out, unfortunately.
Yeah, there used to be a way to just freeze their AI. If you watch DS3 runs, basically what they do to the Abyss Watchers, they would enter the fight but not trigger the AI. So, anyways, this is a 3-on-1 gank fight. One of them breathes fire and has a katana. One of them fights just with a melee katana, and one of them throws fireballs and has a mace. And then once one of them gets around 30% health, I believe, or so, they go into phase 2, where they can do stretch arm attacks. Dude, yeah, not getting a very good opener. But basically, what they're going to do is try to take out the flamethrower first, and then they'll go for the just physical one. And then when you get the flame breather by himself, you can just keep him stun locked the entire time. Dude, making quick work of the first shadow.
That was really good.
Here's phase 2. It's a
Oh,
parry.
nice, he got a parry.
Alright, makes quick work of the second shadow. And now, once he starts hitting the third one, he's stun locked.
Yeah, the fight is pretty much over now.
Pretty bad opener. You can actually hit all 3 of them at the beginning, but they kind of jumped back, but really nice recovery by Doodhand. So he'll be making his way to Rom in the Bergenworth College, and he'll be performing the Lunarium key skip. You want to explain how that works, Cookie?
So basically you use the hitbox of the enemy to jump over a railing, and you want to use the tail to jump over a railing, but yeah. So basically there's a YOLO version where the enemy can actually kill you if you don't get a good lineup.
Let's see what Dude gets it here. Dude
Nice,
does get it.
The YOLO version.
That's the YOLO version, another one found by this hex. Not a big deal if you don't get it, because you can just quit out in every game except DS2, because Tamimura. And DS2, if you quit out, it doesn't even move the enemies. They're just where they were. But in DS3, all the Dark Souls games in Bloodborne, you can quit out and reset the enemy position. So if Dude wouldn't have got the jump over the fence, he would have just had to quit out and come back in.
Nice.
Meanwhile,
So that's really nice.
Yep, Romanticore with the good shadows. Now Doodhand fighting Rom the Vacuous Spider, which unless you're French, you're gonna kill the spiders first, and then take out the big spiders, the one with the actual health bar. Basically, what you want to do is just do enough damage to build Beast Meter to stagger her before she actually moves, and she's not too bad of a boss.
Yeah, the real bosses are just the big spiders. Like Rom itself doesn't really fight back at all.
Rom itself is a good boss, and that's why we have Romanticore getting the Romanticore getting the Bergenworth tanning package, which is a fireball right to the face,
Oh, that's
as if he's been inside for a pale winter.
Wait,
Let's
did
hope
he
he
get
took the lamp. If he didn't take the lamp, that's going to be a huge time loss. Since he's running with 10-bit, I'm guessing he took the lamp. Meanwhile, Doodhand making quick work of Rom. Okay.
I did grab
Romanticore only lost about 20 seconds, honestly. Not a huge time loss, because he took the lamp. If he wouldn't have taken the lamp, we normally don't take it in a row. Because if we died to Rom, we just reset. It would have been about a 3-minute run back. But here, it's probably only about 20 seconds. Nothing too big. But, no, did he get his echoes back? Looks like he has them.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. So Romanticore did not get the YOLO quit out of the Lunarian key skip, so he's going to spawn back in and jump off the bug's tail. Meanwhile, Doodhand is in Yahargul, which is where the Parl boss was. And going to take the lamp, go pick up some Bloodstone chunks, which take your weapon from +6 to +9. And he's also going to pick up a hidden key called the Upper Cathedral Ward key, which is going to allow him to access, you guessed it, the Upper Cathedral Ward later and fight 2 optional bosses. Romanticore having a little bit of trouble with the Lunarian.
He seems to struggle a little.
Seems like he was rushing it a little bit, but he gets a 3rd try. Let's hope he has a good ROM fight. And then Doodhand, once he picks up this key, he's going to mark back out to the lamp.
He's being chased by Housewife.
Yeah. You want to tell him about the greatness that is your Yahargul skip?
Yeah, so basically, the way the skip works is you preferably want to do a charge R2 attack, and for some reason that will clip you through the fence. And that will allow you to go to the lower parts of Yahargul.
Yeah, it saves quite a bit of time, honestly.
Yeah, it saves so much time. I would say like.
I don't even know how to get through Yahargul, and I've played this game a lot. I don't even think if you put me in Yahargul right now, I'd be hitting the Yahargul map quest or something. But there's a YOLO version of the skip too, if you flip through the fence at the right angle. But he did not get it, so he'll kill the enemies and perform it now. There he goes. Another one found by this Hex.
Hex found so many skips, it's really insane.
Romanticore making quick work out of Rom. Does not get the instant teleport, so he's going to have to run and find the Queen Yarnum. If you run to a certain spot, you can skip this part. Just go straight into the cutscene and take you to Yahargul. So not too far apart. Doodhand, meanwhile, picking up more resources, chunks, bolt paper, and then he'll be picking up another gem here, which will be an 18% physical gem. Gives him 18% more damage. So it'll be one of the final 3 gems that he uses for the rest of the run. Then he'll be entering all of our favorite boss fight. If anybody's ever played this game, you want to talk about no RNG involved. We have the greatness that is the One Reborn.
Same direction.
So basically, even though this boss isn't a beast, he can be staggered in the same way, but there's 6 Bell Maidens throwing fireballs at you that in a normal run you would ideally kill, but we don't have time for that. So they're going to stagger the body, make their way to the head, stagger the head, and stagger the big leg on the One Reborn. Which sounds all easy, but the One Reborn makes corpses rain on you, like you're a dirty girl in a nightclub. And you also have fireballs in your face while you're trying to get the staggers in, so... you got... Ooh, dude with a bad opener. That's okay. He opts to heal.
I don't think anyone has ever died to this boss.
See, he gets fireballed. He misses the head stagger.
Ooh.
He misses the head stagger.
Oh god. He is going all aggro now.
So now Doodhan gonna have to go in a different direction.
Oh god. He's having such bad luck now.
Yeah, this is totally different now. So once again, not a beast, but he can still stagger the limbs. Romanticore gets the cookie to the moon, and he has to quit out because he goes to the moon, to the freaking moon. So dude
there are so
knows
many
this game.
fireballs, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Dude knows this game very well, so I think he can make it work. Popping a second pellet here. You want this fight usually done in under 60 seconds. You'll make it to the next area with your pellet still going. Dude having to pop a second pellet here. And all he needs to do is stagger one limb, and I think he can finish him off. But he's got no beast meter left. He's gonna have to,
Oh, Jesus, man.
Did he get a stagger? Nope.
He got defeat explosion.
Ooh. Ooh! Romanticore getting AC'd.
Oh, shit, really?
I named that term for myself, not because I'm a narcissistic crazy or anything, but like half the time I go for your Hargle skip, I clip through the floor. So that is the unfortunate thing, it's a glitch. You can clip through the floor and die. Meanwhile, dude getting a second stagger, but fireballs at the same time. He's gonna go for the no-hit runner strat. Try to stagger every limb. But dude dying to the One Reborn. One Reborn has not been kind in this tournament, honestly, guys. One Reborn has killed a lot of people. So Romanticore here having a chance to catch up if he was behind. Once again, he has more quit outs. Gets the skip, gets a stored roll, but still gets the skip. Dude gonna have to go back 2 pellets short, so he's gonna have to switch up his boss order here because he's not gonna have enough resources. And dude gonna have to fight an aggroed One Reborn, which honestly doesn't sound. Is his vials at 0? I can't tell.
Yeah, me neither.
If he doesn't have vials, there are some he can pick up here. He can hope that this enemy drops some. Because he has none.
Okay.
He can go back to the dream and spend his 20,000 echo. He's opting to do the skip. There are 6 vials that you can pick up on the way. They're kind of by a pretty Monka-esque enemy, though, so I don't know if he wants to go that route. Meanwhile, Romanticore picking up the attire for the first time, since he started with the paper thin set. Romanticore picking up the Hargle set here, which has a little bit less beasthood, has about the same defense. So Doodhandvleee going to pick up vials now because he really has no options. Taking the shortcut for One Reborn, because, like I was saying, fighting a One Reborn aggro doesn't sound that bad, but you got to think about it. Look where Romanticore's entering right now. He's halfway across the room when the fight starts, so he has that much time to get to One Reborn. Dude now going to have to go through a fog wall at the beginning of the area, and One Reborn has time to attack and such. So Romanticore getting the body stagger. See if he has the same luck. He gets the head stagger. He got One Reborn to pop up in 2 hits. Strange.
Oh no, it's because he has more strength, doesn't he? Because he didn't.
Oh yeah. He didn't level up any bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that makes his fight slightly faster. Nice. That was a really clean fight.
Very clean fight by Romanticore. Meanwhile, you see dude going into an aggroed One Reborn. He's gonna be kicking like it's leg day at the gym.
Oh my god.
Let's just all say our prayers to RNGesus right now. The dude's able to salvage this. 1 death is not the end of the run by any means. He gets the body stagger. See if he can pop that head up. Pops the head up. Let's see if he can pop up that big leg. Pops up the big leg.
Nice.
I think dude salvaged this fight.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Romanticore making his way to the lecture hall building. It's an area he'll come back to, which is why he grabbed the lamp. But he's not gonna do anything there now. So he just makes his way to the next area, which is the Nightmare of Mensis. He will be going back to the dream and getting his weapon to +8 and leveling up. Excuse me for a second time. Hell yeah, for dude right there.
Nice.
Easy clap. Fighting that boss aggroed is not fun, honestly, guys. So we'll see if dude's able to come back.
Dude with the camera turn. Yeah, a nice comeback though. Like a nice recovery.
Alright, Romanticore opting to kill a Wandering Nightmare, as they're called, I believe, in this game. Basically crystal lizards. They all just drop materials. They all are weak to elemental damage. So you just throw Molotovs at them. Basically finish them off that way. Like I said, though, guys, we're 30 minutes into this. We're, what, 5 or 6 bosses into a 23 boss run, I think it is? Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe 25? Either way, this is still the DLC will determine everything.
Yeah,
As
a
we
lot
say
of things
again,
can happen.
Romanticore opted to do 10 vitality. He's not leveling up his health at all. So he's going pure glass cannon build.
Oh my god.
So
The
there
absolute
he,
balls.
yeah, there he got 32 strength and 25 skill. He's going to be hitting very hard right now. But he's also with the Beast Blood pellet being used on every boss and 10 vitality. A lot of the bosses are going to have the opportunity to one-shot him with a counter hit. Thank you to a Hattie, my favorite Canadian Speed Souls member. Apparently they are called the Wandering Madness. So follow a Hattie as well, guys. Very good. Once again, probably a good time for a shout-out. This is the 2018 Bloodborne All Bosses Tournament, hosted by the Speed Souls team. We are a team that are passionate about Soulsborne running, passionate about speedrunning everything from Demon Souls to Bloodborne. If you're ever curious, come to the website. You can find live runners. You can find pace spin notes, YouTube videos. You can pop in any of our channels. We have a Discord. Just come in, hang out. If you're like seeing these games ran and you want to try it yourself, great resources, man. I've been running for about 9 months now. Not sure about Cookie, but everybody's honestly been nothing but helpful.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a pretty big community, but it feels really small because everyone is always helpful and
Yeah.
everyone seems to know each other. So it's definitely a nice community to be in.
Yeah, thank you again to Speed Gaming. We've been on channels 1, 2, 4, and 5, I want to say. Not sure if we made 3 yet. But thank you very much to Speed Gaming for this was the last second race, guys. This was decided today. Speed Gaming told us to give them 24 hours, and we were able to still make it happen. So thank you very much, Speed Gaming, for hosting all of these races. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee getting the bad Silver Beast RNG. Oh my god.
He almost got hit there.
So, dude took a weird stamina management angle here and had us all 3 Silver Beasts attacking him at once. If you manage stamina properly, these guys have a chance to kill you, but you mainly just run by them. Meanwhile, Romanticore picked up an item there called the Blue Elixir. We'll talk about when it gets used. And he's making his way to the next boss. Let's see if he takes the elevator. Romanticore thinks Stern God. His emote is the Stern Doge. But he has an emote called the Stern God, which is the little dog in the hat with a halo. Romanticore are going full YOLO, basically.
Nice.
Not taking an elevator, so if he were to die here, we're talking about probably a 3-minute run back or so. So,
yeah, sounds about right.
Pretty long run back. So,
you didn't get Swedish, unfortunately.
No Swedish RNG, unfortunately.
No American either. Feels bad, man.
Meanwhile, dude gonna make his way up there. So what he wants to do is chase Mikolash into this room. We haven't talked about it, but there's a mechanic called Rally. And basically, when you get hit in Bloodborne, you have a couple seconds to get your health back. So you'll notice if they ever get hit, as long as you attack within a certain window, that health won't drain unless you get hit again. But these puppets are the exception. So you have these little puppets that hit like tanks, and you cannot rally your health back off of them. They can kill you very fast. So once Mikolash is down to 50% health, he goes into phase 2, and you're expected to fight him in that room that he went into the first time. But we'll see if Romanticore is able to pull off a strat here, where you're basically going to do a plunge attack onto the top of Mikolash's head, and you're going to stop him from ever entering the room. Saves about 40 seconds or so.
Yep. And if you miss it, it loses you about 50, I would say.
Yeah, if you miss it, you can always go for the giant Cookie Joe gun shield. That is a nice backup strat to have in your pocket. But,
yeah, the only reason I know that I figured out that backup strat is because I'm really bad at the
because you missed the plunge, yeah.
Yeah, I miss it like all the time. It's awful.
So it's actually pretty precise. So you see Romanticore right now, lines up, plunges Mikolash, does not allow him into the room, and he is going to finish him off, hopefully.
Nice.
Very, very easy work now. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee, fighting phase 1 Mikolash. Dude opting to go with the bolt paper here. I'm not sure why. Miko's very resistant to the bolt paper. Doesn't add much damage per hit. But maybe he's compensating for having less stats. Not sure.
Yeah, maybe he wants to avoid fighting his second phase a little bit longer. Because if you do more damage on the first phase, the second phase will be a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But not by a whole lot though. Maybe like one hit I would say. So Romanticore is going to grab the second gem.
Yep.
And it can get kind of scary there, because if you get really bad positioning from the enemies, they can actually kill you. So let's hope that he gets good RNG.
Dude, meanwhile, getting the plunge. These enemies here are called the Winter Lanterns. If you want to think about, there's a mechanic called Frenzy, similar to like bleeding maybe in a Dark Souls game. It builds up gradually, and then it procs a chunk of your health. So the more insight you have, the more prone you are to getting frenzied. So all they do is go down here to pick up a gem. So their final gems will be this one, the one they picked up in Yahargul, and then we'll show you the one Romanticore is going to get right now. So Romanticore actually getting the double frenzy mechanic, where he frenzied, marked out in time, and still the frenzy proc through the loading screen. So he's opting not to heal either. So good stamina management. He should be fine. Ooh, almost took a fireball to the backside. Almost took a fireball to the backside, but he's able to keep going. So Romanticore going to use the blue elixir here. Do you kind of want to explain what that does, Cookie?
So basically what blue elixir does, it makes you transparent. Like, the enemies can still see you, but they get a delayed reaction. So it makes it a little bit safer to go to certain areas.
Yeah, so the enemies can still see you and you can still die. But this area specifically, there's like 3 pigs that can just one-shot you with like 25 bit.
Yeah.
And then there's a mob of shadows guarding the area after. So Doodhandvleee making it out with the echoes as well. And meanwhile, Romanticore is going to fight the Murgo's Wet Nurse. This could actually be the final boss if you were doing an any % run. A little bit of a letdown boss in my opinion. But you basically just want to stay behind her the entire time. She has the ability to do probably the worst attack in this game, which is around 70%, maybe 65% health. She can do a move called the Nightmare Phase, and what she does is put her hands up in the air, and she summons clones of herself, so the whole room gets dark. You have her attacking you and clones attacking you for somewhere between 45 to 60 seconds, and it's basically a suicide mission to try to kill her at that point. So you basically just have to keep running around. But once again, there is a strat to iframe it. So basically, right when you see the purple cloud come out of her hand, if we do see the Nightmare Phase, you can dash at the perfect time and not have to deal with it. Romanticore not going to get it, though, making very quick work out of her.
That was a really clean fight.
Romanticore getting great RNG, but more than that, very skilled runner. I think we're looking at number 8 and number 9. Once again, for those of you that may have joined us late, these are 2 of the top 10 runners. Their PBs are less than 2 seconds apart. Doodhandvlee's PB is 1 hour, 9 minutes, 48 seconds. Romanticore's PB is 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds. So this is a matchup a lot of us have wanted to see. Meanwhile, Doodhandvlee entering the fight now.
So Romanticore is gonna upgrade his weapon, and afterwards he's gonna go to the Nightmare Frontier, where he's gonna fight Amygdala. Oh, and he's also gonna perform 2 skips.
Yeah, so Romanticore just put his final gems in. A 15% and 2 18% gems for a total of 51% more damage, which is a lot, and made his weapon plus 9. So you notice, why are they not spending any insight? They're hoarding insight, which makes your beast meter shorter, makes you more susceptible to frenzy and all that. So what they're going to do is, if you own the DLC in this game, there's 2 forms of a blood rock in this game. Oh, sorry, you want to say what he just did?
No, I was just looking at Romanticore. He got the skip, the electoral skip first try.
Yeah, so Romanticore doing another skip found by this head, which is the lecture hall skip. Basically, you use yourself to jump over the corner of a pillar, pushes you down into the first floor of the lecture hall, and avoids running to the opposite end. But what I was saying about the insight was, if you can pick up a blood rock before Wet Nurse, which is about 50 seconds out of the way, down by where they got the gem by the Wet Lanterns, but we don't have time to do that. So what they're going to do is hoard their insight until they get to right before the DLC, and they're going to use that insight to actually buy a Blood Rock.
So Romanticore is gonna perform a skip right now, and the way the skip works is if you stand close to the edge and if you drop down and quit out afterwards, you'll manage to get a lower position when you load in, and that will be low enough to survive the drop onto the elevator. And that saves about like 40
At least a
seconds,
minute.
I believe.
Oh, yeah, close to
Yeah, I
it.
believe 40 seconds.
So dude having to go in a little bit of an opposite direction here because of the deaths to one reborn and the wasted resources. So normally he would be going to do the lecture hall skip and find amygdala, whichever you prefer. But he's not going to be able to now because you do not want to do this fight without a Beast Blood pellet. So Romanticore are going to be doing the Ivan down, as I like to call it, found by a French runner called Ivan. Follow him as well. Very good runner. Where basically you just stagger Amygdala's head as soon as it comes down, and make a quick 6 hits out of her. So it doesn't do any damage, but the R2 actually staggers her head. The old strat used to be you would run behind her and stand up at the fog gate, and she would jump in the air, and then she would turn around, and right as she was landing, you had to hit her head. So it was still pretty easy, but it was way more precise. So with the Ivandala, you can just stagger her, and she doesn't even get a chance to fight back.
Yeah, it's so much easier now with that strat. Like if you messed up the timing with the old strats,
Yeah,
it could be like a really risky fight.
Yeah, she actually could start having the chance to kill you if that happened. So dude doing basically the wood segment, he's going to be picking up more Beast Blood pellets, and he's going to be going into Yosefina's clinic where the run started, but from the back way. And he's going to be picking up another third of the umbilical cord. Remember they picked up one earlier in the workshop? They got one from Wet Nurse dying, and they will pick up the third one here. So this gives them all 3 of the umbilical cords they need to fight the final boss. And he'll also be picking up an item called the Canehurst Summons, which allows him to, if he can find the boss, he'll be able to fight a boss called Martyr Logarius later in the run. Some still don't know where he is to this day, though.
Yeah, it took Ahadi like 10 minutes to find that boss.
Yeah.
Like literally couldn't find him.
Oh, and Newbie Source, by the way, I want to give a shout out to him. He's a member of Team Speed Souls as well. He wanted me to mention that there's a guy called Dan Koister. He doesn't run the game, but he's good at finding glitches, etc. He's the one that found the ladder warp glitch, and he is also the one that found the Nightmare Frontier skip. So shout out to Newbie, shout out to Dan Koister.
Yes.
Not a shot at Cookie at all. You're welcome,
Feels
Newbie.
bad, man.
You are welcome,
Feels
Newbie.
bad, man. Feels bad.
Now, Cookie found a way to do the
I
Nightmare
forgot,
Frontier
man.
skip, but it was a lot more Monka-esque than the way there is now.
The way I found that skip was so bad. Like the setup, that was basically no setup for it.
Suicide mission. So Romanticore coming back and doing Cleric Beast. Basically, he has a +9 weapon and 3 OP gems, really high stats. This is meant to be the first area of the game. So this could be, you can fight this boss before Father Gascoigne, which is maybe what FromSoft expected. But in the run, we just come here way later and kill him between 6 and 7 hits. So Romanticore now, going to be making his way to, has he went to the woods already?
No, he's
Is that
going
where
to the
going?
woods now. Wait,
Okay.
is he gonna do the?
He's
woods
probably going to do
skip?
the wood skip.
Oh damn.
Let's see.
That's gonna
Romanticore's
be
just
good.
going all out.
Yeah, he's going full YOLO, which is really surprising.
Yeah,
Like,
for a
I-
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't expect anyone to go full YOLO in a tournament setting.
So Romanticore now going to be doing what Duke did. There's a very new skip, once again found by none other than this Hex, which
Yeah.
we call it Grave Skip. But basically what you're going to do is he's going to grab the Beast Blood pellets. I'll just tell you guys in case he doesn't, but if not, no biggie. And he'll line up on these graves to jump out of bounds, and he'll fall down into the poison cave, allowing him to not run up by the dogs. Let's see if he goes for it.
Yeah, it seems
Romanticore
like
going for the
yeah,
cave
he's
skip,
actually going for it.
the grave skip. So you run up on these graves, get out of bounds, and then this is the hard part in my opinion. You fall down in here, you can get stuck, or if you take the wrong position, you can just die.
Nice.
Romanticore, stern God bless, man. Stern God bless.
Oh,
Romanticore literally doing, he's running with 10-bit, he leveled up after Cleric Beast, which is his final level up for the run.
yeah.
And dude getting a lecture hall skip there, very nice. And Romanticore having a very nice run.
Yeah, for sure. Like, he only had, like, 1 death so far.
Yeah, to your Hargle skip.
Yeah. Huh. Not bad, not bad.
So dude, meanwhile, going to make his way to Amygdala. Keep in mind, dude's already done the woods. And I don't think dude's done Cleric Beast yet, though. So, Romanticore here with, I think, a pretty nice little lead. But, keep in mind, anything can still happen, guys. We haven't even made it to the DLC yet.
Yeah, the DLC
Oh, yeah.
is definitely the
Yeah,
Mocha
Romanticore died to the Bergenworth, which is I call it as well.
Oh,
He
true.
took a fireball to the face, so... Like I said, about 20
Okay.
seconds there, and then maybe 20 seconds to your Hargle skip. But other than that, he's had a really good run. No crazy deaths. So dude now, basically the Nightmare Frontier skip, you see his leg all cockeyed. There's a rock that sticks out just a little bit lower than the ground that allows you to not take lethal fall damage when you spawn back in.
Yeah, how much fit does dude have? Actually?
Dude has a ton of health. I think he's supposed to play it safe at this point. So Romanticore gonna grab. He just grabbed the Canehurst summons. Now he's grabbing the final chord. Dude gonna be going for Ivandala.
I didn't even know that your health bar could be that large, to be honest.
Yeah. Gets the stagger. Now, this strat's so good, guys, that you can even miss a hit when your head is down and still salvage it. Yeah, it looks like I saw 20-something. Not sure how much it is, but... Meanwhile, dude about 1 segment behind. He has to go and kill Cleric Beast.
And Romanticore is going to... Well, he's going to a Dream first, but he's gonna make his way to the Upper Cathedral.
Yep, so he's got
And
2 more optional bosses to fight before the DLC.
wait, is he going for the YOLO emissary?
I'd be surprised if he did that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know at this point, man. He's YOLO'd everything else.
like
But yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised actually. Like he's
yeah.
gone full YOLO so far, so
So Romanticore making his way basically to where they ran to Amelia earlier. Instead of going down, they're going to be going up this time. And this is where the cane will be used. You want to kind of tell them how the orphanage key skip's done?
oh, so basically the way you want to do the orphanage key skip is you want to use the threaded cane, and you can extend. And if you extend the weapon, it has a long range jumping attack, and with that long range jumping attack, you can hit enemies from behind, basically behind walls and doors. And if you kill the enemy behind the door, it will give you the orphanage key skip. Or the orphanage key.
Yeah, without having to run all the way around there. Romanticore quitting out to reset the enemy position there.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. Like, he went full YOLO and then this bitch quit
Romanticore P. Dude having good cleric. Ooh, dude having bad cleric range. Will we see a Cleric Beast attack? No, never happened. The dude making quick work of Cleric Beast. Now he'll be making his way to where Romanticore is. Keep in mind that Romanticore did just quit out. Quit outs have been pretty even, I'd say. I think Romanticore has a few more because of your Hargle skip. He went to the moon a few times, so not taking the Upper Cathedral lamp either. So what they're going to do is kill these 2 bosses here, and then they're going to mark back to the Cathedral Ward, and that's what's going to take them to the DLC. So you could go Peach here and take the lamps, and then if you die, or if you, once the bosses are dead, go back to the Dream just to come back to the Cathedral Ward. But he's opting not to do that. Now he's going to get his threaded cane out and try to do a jumping attack like Cookie explained. And as long as you hit the brain sucker the first time, he'll just aggro to the door. It's pretty
you
consistent.
want to preferably hit the brain sucker on his left side.
Yep. His left hand is really good. So
yeah.
Very textbook orphanage key skip right there. His stats are so high that he doesn't need a buff to kill the brain sucker in 2 hits. And that stops him from running around to the other side of that room.
What is Dude?
What happened to Dude?
Yeah. Is he taking a break?
Not sure what's happening with Doodhandvleee. Hopefully he'll be back in a moment. Meanwhile, Romanticore just picked up an item there called the Cosmic Eye Watcher badge. Basically what that does is allow him to buy Beast Blood pellets. You can't buy Beast Blood pellets with Echoes in this game or Souls. You have to use Insight. Yeah, Romanticore getting really shaky brain sucker on it. Doodhand telling us he's going to need 2 minutes, so not sure what's happening here, but oh, okay. Dude with a little bit of a medical issue, so we're going to respect that. We have 2 hours to get this race in, guys. They both he is going for the Yellow Emissary. Romanticore is praying to Stern God. I guess it is Sunday here in the States.
Oh, nice! He actually got it.
So there, the strat would be, unless you're French, like I said, you would kill all the mini aliens, and the one alien that actually has that bar. But Romanticore opting to just go YOLO. Almost gets newbied there on the elevator. One of my favorite Bloodborne clips.
The best Bloodborne clip.
But yeah, like I was saying, guys, we have 2 hours of real-time attack to get this race. Obviously, Romanticore is ahead in-game time-wise, but dude's not actually even losing time. We're just gonna let him handle whatever he's doing. Romanticore not healing here either, just in case anything went wrong.
Yeah, he's actually going fully. Oh my god.
So he's basically gonna stagger the head, and once she gets to 50%, she goes and charges up for a phase 2. But his stats are so high, and he's gonna kill her before she ever has time. Ooh, she was pretty close.
Wait, did he miss
sure she was gonna go to phase 2.
Yeah, it's he missed the hit, but it's
yeah,
not a huge deal.
Quick recovery. Yeah. Romanticore got a mark out here, which takes him back to the Cathedral Ward. You notice he's been hoarding the Insight. He's now going to go to the DLC to get Insight, and then he'll go back to the Dream, buy the supplies he needs for the rest of the game, take his weapon to +10, and get Beast Blood pellets, and then he will he'll make his way to the downloadable content.
Oh yeah, he's also gonna pick up the Hunter set. Wait, did you mention that?
No.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pick up the Hunter set.
No. So the Hunter set is a little bit better for Beast HUD. Allows your Beast meter to get bigger. Give you that true meter north. And so he opts to not get it early. Saves about 3 to 4 seconds to not pick it up. And comes back and gets it later. So he enters the DLC and immediately goes back to the... Because, like I said, he gets, I think it's 3 Insight. You get 1 for getting grabbed, and you get 2 when you enter the DLC.
Yep.
Don't quote me on that.
No, I think you're correct.
So yeah. Now he buys enough pellets for the 4 bosses in the DLC, and then he buys the Blood Rock.
Yeah, from this point on, well, it's gonna be a pretty long walk to the next boss. Like, nothing interesting is gonna happen.
So yeah, just making his way through the DLC. Alright, Doodhand is back with us. Like I said, the guy had just a small medical thing to deal with for a moment, so he's not as far behind as it seems, but RTA, or real-time attack, he's multiple minutes behind now. So Doodhand making his way to the upper cathedral. Romanticore going to pick up an item here. You're going to say, what is that huge boss that's on fire? Or huge enemy. That is a boss.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. But you can't fight him right now. But you have to pick up an item to ascend to the next area in the DLC. So, that's why he's going in here right now. Alright. Probably a good time for one more shout out, guys. Once again, sorry if I sound like a broken record. Can't thank enough to Newbie for putting this together. Most all of us are on Team Speed Souls. Come check us out in Discord. Come to the website if you want to see strats. If you want to see any runners that are live. If you want to see the leaderboards, help getting started, save editor, all that good stuff. Or come into anyone's channel. I'd say pretty much everybody's friendly. Everybody's friendly. I shouldn't even say it like that. I haven't watched all the Speed Souls runners, honestly. There's a lot of them throughout all the games. But come to the Discord, and thanks again to Speed Gaming for putting this on. This is round 2. Winner of this race will actually go against Ivan, who has the world record for multiple categories in this. Should be very fun. And we also have a Hattie here in chat, who has 2nd place in this game. He'll be going up against Emery22, who is a top 5 time, maybe top 6 now. So the next race will be Romanticore or Doodhandvleee versus Ivan, and Emery22 versus a Hattie. So next week, sometime between Monday and Sunday, yes, we're gonna have some really, really good races. And don't forget, guys, this is double elimination. So we have what we call a lower bracket. Ooh, dude, with getting horrible brain sucker orange.
Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, so that's gonna be a time loss because I don't think he took the lamp.
Yeah, that's gonna lose him.
Even
like
with 26 health, that was one combo. Oh. Yeah, well, it didn't one shot him. It hit him 5.
Brain suckers, they suck so bad. Like
he did not take the
so
lamp.
much damage.
So Doodhandvleee gonna have to make his way back to the upper. Meanwhile, Romanticore fighting Ludwig, who is probably my favorite boss casually in this game. But basically, he's a beast. He's got 2 phases. So what you're gonna do is stagger his legs, stagger his head, basically keep him stun locked. And then here you hope that he does the Sanso and puts his sword in the ground. He does not. So you might have to hit him a couple times in phase 2. He does. And this should be game.
Nice. That was a really good fight. He almost got hit at the end, but
yeah. So
pretty much
Romanticore making quick work of Ludwig, and he'll be making his way to the next area, the research hall. Doodhandvleee getting memed on at the moment by the enemies on the way to Upper Cathedral Ward.
It was looking bad for a second for Doodhandvleee. Like, you do not want to get shot there. Because if you get shot there, you can actually get shot off the map. It happened to me a couple times. Used to be a run killer.
So this is going to be the last lamp that Romanticore takes, I believe. What he's going to do is kill the next 3 bosses, and then march back to this area. There are lamps before the other bosses, but he's going to opt to keep with his principles and go YOLO. So what he's going to do here, we talked about quit outs resetting enemy position. This was found by Nims. Nims38, another Speed Souls member. Very, very good DS3 runner who ran this briefly. But what you do is run to the top of the stairs, and you quit out, and then when you spawn back in, you have time to get up on the ladder before the enemy's AI has time to react to you. So this is actually a nice little strat.
It doesn't only reset enemy position, it also kind of seems to break it somehow.
Yeah. So dude getting grabbed now by the brain sucker.
Oh god.
Very unfortunate. Able to get his health back. Dude gonna make his way to the Celestial Emissary. Romanticore gonna be making his way to the top of the research hall.
Oh my god.
Here's the biggest threat. This is the biggest threat. The gumball head or whatever it's I call him. Romanticore gets by him just fine, but he has an attack, a delayed attack, that gets you to panic roll, and it'll kill you with up to 22 vitality. It'll one-shot you. Dude opting to do the proper, not proper,
Yeah.
the non-YOLO
It's a
emissary.
safe strat.
The safe strat, yeah. So basically, you should never see phase 2 with this guy.
Nice.
Alright, Romanticore, push the lever to activate the lift. Now he's just going to jump down, and he'll be fighting the next boss. Insert Romanticore fighting me jokes here. You would be the first. It's a very original joke. The living failures. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee making his way to Ebritus, whatever you want to call her. So Ranthor getting hit, but getting the first parry off. And basically, he's just going to farm this second failure.
Oh.
Or,
Oh,
ooh,
Jesus. That was scary.
very, very iffy.
Like, with 10 vitality, you basically get one shot of.
Yeah.
With
as much meter
yeah.
as he has. Oh, okay. Dude gets it off. Dude gonna stagger the head. Stagger the head one more time. Not really stagger, but deal more damage. Make her go into phase 2. Finish her off.
Yeah, living failures are really not that bad of a boss fight. Like,
as long as the first one is good.
Yeah, once you kill the first 2 bosses, it's pretty much easy going.
So what Romanticore here, do you want to explain what the quit out for on this one?
Yeah, so basically, if you quit out here, you get to maintain the beast meter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So until it depletes all the way, or for 60 seconds, you can pop another beast meter, or beast blood pellet, and deal that much damage. So since the fight's so close to the next boss, he's literally going to start the next boss fight, which is Maria, with a full meter north. Full beast meter.
Yeah, it saves you a couple hits.
Yeah,
like,
with the stats he has, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to save a couple hits.
Quick work over here. Yeah.
Because the first phase is definitely the hardest part about this fight.
So Maria, another hunter-style boss, has the ability to be parried and riposted, backstabbed as well. 3 phases. Phase 1, fair, good. Phase 2, at about 70% health, she adds blood art to her weapon. And Romanticore dealing so much damage that she goes straight from phase 2 to phase 3. Phase 3, very unfair hitboxes in my opinion, but she adds fire and blood to her weapon. So that's a good fight right there.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. Yeah, phase 3 has like lingering hitboxes.
Yeah, like you can parry Maria, and then you still get hit by the fire off the weapon.
It's so weird.
But that was the textbook fight right there. So Romanticore making his way to the fishing hamlet now. And Doodhandvleee, meanwhile, upgrading his weapon and going to the DLC.
Yeah, so Romanticore will perform a skip in a moment. And he will have to quit out. Well, yeah, there's the version that he's gonna do is no quit out version. So basically what he's gonna...
no quit out version.
Yeah, or a quit out version, yeah.
No quit out fishing hamlet skip. Cookie comes back and brings us this.
I want to watch the Wolf Moon, man. So yeah, basically what he's gonna do is he's gonna use the slope, and once he lands, it takes a second before the death animation takes place. But if he quit out in time, the death animation will never take place. Yep. And once he spawns back, he'll spawn out of bounds, basically.
Saves a pretty good chunk of time.
Yeah.
So this is pretty risky here for Romanticore. Not because the Orphan of Kos is hard. There is a cheese strat that you've probably seen if you watch some of these races, where you parry the boss and throw a consumable into him. Mostly poison knives in these runs. But this boss has 2 phases. If you get bad RNG, he can go to phase 2 anytime under 50% health. And he has one attack that can't be backstabbed instantly when he goes to phase 2, called Insta Lightning. And basically, with the amount of health that Romanticore has, it would kill him. But then the beast meter on top of that, it's just a one-shot. So He's going to spawn out of bounds, come in,
Ooh.
and remember, Romanticore opted not to take any lamps in the DLC. So if he were to die here, he'd be running back all the way from the research hall. So let's hope he gets a good Orphan of Cost fight. Meanwhile, dude gonna make his way to Ludwig now. Gets the good opener from Orphan, the jump attack. Orphan's pretty much all backstabs. When you backstab an enemy, they're staggered. You can take a riposte, but while they're staggered, they take more damage. So basically, he's just going to charge R2 to stun him, and then he's going to do another charge R2, and it just does. Look how much damage he's doing. It's a really good fight so far.
Yeah, around 75%.
Ooh, there's early phase 2. Let's hope for no insta lightning. He gets it!
Oh, I got insta lightning.
He got the insta lightning. Let's see what he does here.
He quit out.
Quitting out. That's going to put him right outside the fog gate with the full beast meter. Thank God he had an extra beast blood pack.
Yeah.
Because, maybe I shouldn't have talked about it, because I just made it happen. But, that was the insta lightning.
You jinxed it, man. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, so he's going to quit out, basically, and still have that beast meter going. But if he didn't have another pellet now, this would be rough. But now, it's almost like the advantage that he had on Maria. Meanwhile, dude fighting Ludwig.
It was honestly a good decision to put out there, because fighting the second phase can be real troublesome.
Yeah, second phase Orphan, if you don't know the strats, is very, very erratic, has very long combos and stuff, and it's just overall a lot harder to deal with than phase 1. Meanwhile, dude gets a last second. Ooh, early phase 2 again. He gets insta lightning here.
Oh,
ooh, Romanticore missing the backstab. See if he can salvage it. He got it. Romanticore able to salvage it.
Nice.
Very nice fight by Romanticore. Very nice fight by Doodhand. Keep in mind, guys, Doodhand is not as far behind as it seems. He is behind some. But now Romanticore going to make his way back to the research hall lamp and pick up the skull, which will allow him to go fight the last boss in the DLC, which is Lawrence. The big boss that looked like Cleric Beast that was on fire. Once he has Lawrence's skull, he'll be able to fight that boss.
Wait, dude killed Ludwig with a bullet? Really?
Maybe when he was at like 0 health. I didn't even notice. I saw him get a last second stagger though. It looked like Ludwig was about to unload an AoE.
Man, that's insane, killing any DLC boss with a bullet, because they have so much health.
Yeah. So dude doing the quit out here for the research hall skip. Romanticore going to fight the last DLC boss, which is in the first area in the DLC. And then Romanticore will only have 2 optional bosses left for the final 2 bosses. So Romanticore getting towards the end of the run here. He's going to dump all that insight that he got in the DLC and buy enough blue elixirs and beast blood pellets to last the rest of the run. Meanwhile, dude getting hit. Looks like he maybe quit out in an awkward spot.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude getting really unfortunate RNG today.
Oh, he chased him.
Now he's being chased by the gumball head.
Oh, God. That's so scary.
I know.
I didn't even know he could chase you that far, to be honest. Wait, did he miss
the wheelchair?
Oh my God.
Okay, dude. Take a breath. You got this. This is still a good run.
I think, dude. Oh my God.
Alright. Dude opting to kill the gumball head.
What?
It's dude opting to kill the gumball head. Okay.
Dude,
well, Romanticore maybe gave us a spoiler in
heart
chat.
attack, to be honest.
I hope not. Hopefully Romanticore is just pulling our chain.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, damn, Romanticore spoilers.
Let's hope he's just pulling our chain here.
Yeah, I hope so.
This is Lawrence, another beast. Basically going to stagger his legs. There's a strat develop. Oh, he missed.
He missed a hit.
Staggered the head though. He should be okay. Ooh, he got the repose.
That
So this is not starting out ideally for... There's a strat found by an English runner called Falcon House, one of my main guys here on Twitch. And basically what you do is stagger both legs, and then you stagger the hands to make Lawrence transform. He can go to phase 2, phase 3, whatever you call it, around 35-40% health. But with this with Falcon House strat that Romanticore is pulling off now, he transforms much later.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, instant Michael Phelps. Going for the 100-meter goal. Wow.
I didn't even know he could do that. Like, normally he does a swipe attack.
Ooh, so he went instant Michael Phelps. I've seen that a few times. Wet Nurse has the ability to do the same. Instant lawnmower attack like that. But he did an animation cancel. Meanwhile, dude killing failures, but it's still raining comets down. So a little bit of a chance to catch up here, guys. Dude on his way to Maria. And remember, dude quit out for about 2.5 minutes of RTA. Maybe about 3 minutes, honestly. Because he had a nosebleed. Romanticore are going to have to fight an aggro. I'm not even sure if the strat is the same at this point. Because it's kind of like One Reborn.
Yeah.
When you enter the fight the first time, you're in an ideal position. But,
it's gonna be a lot harder to fight Lawrence now.
yeah, if he can still stagger that first leg, he should be okay.
So dude is entering the Mario fight, and Romanticore is entering the Lawrence fight.
Alright, so now he's going to pop the... Oh, he popped the pellet early. Able to stagger the leg. Not stagger the head, though, like you do the first time. Meanwhile, dude getting a nice parry on the Mario.
Nice.
Maria backing up, though, because she's such a good... Maria with hyper armor. Hyper armor attacks as well.
Oh, he got the backstab.
Nice.
Nice.
This should be game for Doodhand at this point. Yeah. Basically, she's going to try to go to phase 2, and by the time she gets done with that, she's going to try to go to phase 3. Romanticore able... Ooh, takes a little bit of a counter hit there. Dude making very quick work out of Maria.
Nice.
Romanticore able to salvage it. Both really good fights. Yeah, dude also died in the Upper Cathedral Ward. So Doodhan gonna make his way to Orphan of Kos. Meanwhile, Romanticore gonna make his way to Hemwick Charnel Lane and fight the Witches of Hemwick. And hopefully not get Mario'd.
Man, I still feel bad for Mario when that happened to him. Yeah. So, both are gonna do a pretty boring walk.
Yeah,
right now.
Kind of just a running part of the game. I'm thinking that dude will go through here with a blue answer. Romanticore opted not to do it. But I see the dude has one highlighted on right now, so.
It's not a... Well, it's really not that bad going through this area without a blue elixir, as long as you...
Yeah, as long as your stamina management is good. So yeah, this is a very early area. You can do this area before you even fight Amelia. So these bosses, this boss specifically, is going to get destroyed. Die in 5 hits.
Hard boss, by the way.
Yeah, hard boss. Ooh, but Romanticore did not dump insight, so he actually has enough. If you have, fun fact, if you have over 15 insight when you come to the Hemwick area, dude performing the slope quit out, by the way. Looks like he got it. These extra enemies show up out of the ground if you have more than 15 insight. So, not that they're that much of a threat, but with Romanticore only having 10 vid, they still are somewhat of a threat.
Yeah, they are kind of monka-shake.
Yeah, dude also skipping the lamp at this point. Probably just trying to make up as much time as he can. Alright, so Doodhan goes in through the cave. And Doodhan will definitely not be fighting Orphan of Kos. Not cheesing Orphan of Kos. So once again, guys, follow these runners, man. Very good speed runners. Doodhan also a really good challenge runner. Does a lot of low level, high new game, no roll, dash. Dude knows a lot about this game.
Yeah, he does a lot of meme runs. Wait, like I think I saw him do a gun only run yesterday.
Well, I saw a clip yesterday that he just posted. It was BO4 new game +6 Gehrman with no parries. It was incredible.
Oh.
So, dude, very, very good. Hopefully no insta lightning for him, and this should be GG.
One more backstab.
Really nice strat
Nice,
if you,
that's a really clean fight.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, what?
No, he didn't go for the visceral. Okay. He's able to finish Orphan off.
Oh, God. Man, almost changed it.
The dude able to finish off Orphan. He's got to go pick up the skull now and make his way to Lawrence. Meanwhile, Romanticore Blue Elixir, and he's going to be picking up the, or not picking up, he's going to be making his way into the Witches of Hemwick fight. No stored roll there. This spot is infamous for stored rolls. So 5 hits on the first witch.
5 hits on the last one, hopefully.
Let's see if he goes for the barrel quit out, just for ultimate
Yeah, it
YOLO
seems like
strats. Well, this is another strat. You quit out on the barrel as soon as you get the witch's souls. Did he quit
Also
out too
followed
early?
by Deckoyster. Wait, did he?
I didn't see the souls. But this basically puts you at the front of the room, so you don't have to run back across the room. And it'll reset the enemy position. Hopefully he didn't quit out too early. I just didn't see the soul. If he did quit out too early, he's gonna have to fight the boss again.
No, What? What?
Okay.
I'm confused.
He realized it
Yeah,
too. He thought he had to go back in there with souls, but it actually gave it to him. It still registered the boss kill because it said prey slaughtered, but I never saw the souls. I was pretty dang close to quitting out too soon.
Huh, lucky then.
So, since they picked up the Canehurst summons earlier in the clinic, when they picked up the last third of the umbilical cord, you can go to this area and make your way to Forsaken Canehurst Castle. Really, really visually pleasing area. It's like a snow area. And fight the last optional boss. So,
Hardest boss to find.
yeah, the hardest boss. Word is on the street is that Hattie has second place in this game, and he still doesn't know how to get to Logarian. Second place runner, by the way, still doesn't know how to get to Logarians.
Yeah, it took him literally 10 minutes to find him.
Nah, we're just meaning. But, check out a Hattie's bio sometime in his channel if you wonder what I'm referring to. So yeah, they're just basically just going to be ascending up the castle the entire time. And dude going to be fighting Lawrence now.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to pull off the strats.
Alright, so he backs up, he's going to stagger that second leg. He's going to keep pounding on the legs, and Lawrence looking for one more slam attack. And now the Falcon House strat, as I referred to. Going to break both arms.
Nice.
And by the time that you actually deal with Lawrence in phase 2, he has like 10% health maybe. Alright, no Michael Phelps for dude.
Nice.
Alright, dude with a
Got
really
this
clean Lawrence. Really clean Lawrence.
Yeah, I had to do a couple more hits at the end because he has less strength.
Yeah. Also opting to use Bolt Paper. Bolt Paper really not too effective on the DLC bosses. It adds about 30 hit points per hit. But when you're dealing somewhere between 5 and 800 on most hits, Bolt Paper really not used on any bosses with failures. I think dude may be compensating for the lack of strength and skill since he dumped a bunch into health. Which, like I said, I can't really blame him. After he died once or twice, he just wanted to probably make sure he didn't die again. So, makes sense why he leveled health. What you guys saw Romanticore do there isn't really, I wouldn't even say that's really a skip either. Basically, you're jumping on off of a ladder, or a set of stairs. You're jumping over a bookshelf, which takes you to the way to get up to Logarius without running around.
Yeah, I always thought it was intended, or it always. Yeah, it seemed like that way.
It seems like it's intended, but there's another way to get there.
Yeah.
By coming in through the window.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Alright, so Romanticore making its way up the final ladder and gonna hope for good Logarius RNG. This boss at this point, like I said, I'm not even really sure when From intended you to find him. You can come here as soon as you can get to the woods, really. As soon as witches are dead, you can come here. And so, but they fight him with max levels and a max upgraded weapon, but he still can troll. He has the ability to do like instant cast of magic, and he does have a chance to end people's runs. I've seen it happen so many times. Looks like Romanticore getting a textbook fight now.
Nice. Yeah, it is pretty much.
Yeah. And that is a textbook Logarius fight. Couple transform attacks, double backstab into visceral. Now Romanticore going to be fighting the final two bosses. Meanwhile, Doodhandvleee making his way to the Witches of Hemwick. You'll notice that Dude only has 2 insight, I think. I can't see very well. But he has less than 15, so he's not getting the extra enemy spawning that Romanticore got.
Wait, what? Oh, he's doing extra level ups?
Oh, Romanticore opting to dump everything to health at this point, probably just for safety. Because Gehrman can one-shot you. So this is Gehrman, the first hunter. And once again, another hunter boss. He can be backstabbed, he can be parried, and he can be riposted. A couple different phases, but Romanticore will probably make quick work of him with how much damage he. Basically just doing parries into dash attack.
Oh,
he gets the hyper armor.
That was really unlucky.
He didn't follow up for some reason. Gehrman hit him with the scythe, but then didn't drag him down. Kind of strange. So now Gehrman in phase 2. Unextended burial blade and a gun. Ooh, Romanticore with a really nice parry. And now he's probably going to charge up to try to go into phase 3 with his hyper armor. And Romanticore going to hope for either a double backstab or a backstab into a visceral. And it looks like he's going to get it.
Is that an instant death? Nope.
That's it.
Though. Really nice fight.
Really nice fight by Romanticore. His beast meter should still last into the next fight. And this is going to be the moon presence. Since they popped all 3 umbilical cords, they're able to fight her. I think it's a her. Don't quote me on the lore, damn it. But, oh no, his pellet actually ran out. So he's going to pop a fresh pellet. And once again, can stagger all the limbs. Around 70% health. The boss has the ability to drain you down to 1 HP. But you have like 10 seconds to rally that health back. And so he's probably going to try to punish the head. And you can get a visceral on Moon Presence as well. So there's the 1 HP. Moon Presence sits still for a few seconds. Yeah, Romanticore just destroying Moon Presence.
Yep.
And 1 more hit. That's all she wrote for Romanticore.
Really good.
Meanwhile, dude getting trolled by dogs here. This may be grip. Let's hope not. I thought he had some blue elixir. Okay, he makes it out of there. So Romanticore now is done. We'll see what his IGT or in-game time is.
Nice.
And
really
meanwhile,
nice
Dude gonna be going to fight Martyr Logarius. What does that say? 115 something?
I can't tell.
I can't read it very well.
Yeah, it's...
My monitor's kind of blurry.
Yeah, same here. I have to look at stream.
113.20...
28. Oh, nice.
113.28. That is a very, very good time for a tournament. For as much as he YOLO'd, dying to Yahargul skip, died to Yahargul skip, died to Lunarian Key skip.
Died to Lawrence.
And died to Lawrence.
Yeah.
Holy hell, that was an insane pace by Romanticore.
Damn, that could have been a 111 if he didn't die to Lawrence.
He already got a low 112 in his first round. So the consistent, the stern god. I'll share it with you guys so you can see. The stern god looking down on Romanticore today. Take a look at this in chat if you're interested. But Romanticore with 3 deaths, still pulling off a 113. Very, very, very good run. Why is in-game time used? Basically different setups. So on PlayStation, you can have a regular PlayStation, you can have an SSD or a solid-state drive, and that makes your loading screens a lot faster. And so if these two were racing right now, one had normal and one had PS4 Pro, just the loading screens themselves would be multiple minutes. So
yeah, so if you have,
it would be a huge. It's honestly a big advantage.
Yeah,
Since
like if you have both PS4,
I ran for a while without it, and then once I started, it's like holy hell, you're saving so much real time.
Yeah, like default loading screens, so like default PlayStation 4 loading screens take like 24 seconds.
Yeah, it's a long time. And Romanticore, someone just mentioned Romanticore had to quit out on Orphan as well.
Oh,
what is this god run that Romanticore was on, man? Holy hell.
I think Romanticore is trying to get a PB.
Yeah, trying to get a freaking 108 in the tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to bring both these guys in for an interview. Meanwhile, Romanticore done. That's not necessarily over. I think he's going to win. If I had to guess, I'm 99% sure he won. Let's still cheer on Dude. Make sure he gets it done. And once again, this is the 2018 Bloodborne All Bosses Tournament. First one we've had. There was a Dark Souls 1 tournament brought to you by Speed Souls that was put on. Started back in March, just ended last weekend. Won by the German machine, Supreme Leader Kamul. And that was a really good turnout. We've had anywhere from 300 to 750 people on average in these first 2 weeks. It's been a really good turnout. So once again, thanks to Speed Souls for putting this on. Thanks to Newbie for putting this together. And 14-player double elimination. Nobody's out of it yet. So yeah, hope everybody's enjoying it.
So who's the loser of this?
I can take a look at the standings. Oh, Dude missed a hit. Oh, okay. He's able to still finish it.
Nice Romanticore.
Alright, let me see who's...
Doge.
You can type in !BB in chat like this, and you can get... Why is it not working? Well, it's not working in chat, but let me take a look here, and I can tell you guys what's next. So meanwhile, Dude gonna be making his way to Garmin. Okay. So this is considered 10, bracket number 10. So I'm guessing next week we'll have Romanticore versus Ivan, which should be fantastic. Once again, Emery versus Hattie. That'll be to see who gets into the semifinals. And the loser of this race, so either Dude or Romanticore, is going to be going up against Milton, the Polish bully himself. So still another good race. Once again, the winner of the lower bracket, you can call it the bracket, whatever, but the winner of the lower bracket actually gets to compete in the finals. So that's a nice thing about double elimination. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be Doodhandvleee versus Milton. It finishes Gehrman with a gunshot as well. Dude going full John Wayne today, like this 1950s Western. Dude going Seal White Cowboy. Share that one with you guys as well. It's my favorite emote on Twitch. Dude not afraid to use his +0, no blood tinge gun to...
Oh.
Alright, so Dude getting a little bit of memed here at Moon Presence. He's just trying to kill him. Has her in a good position. Staggered the limb. Now she's going to go for the 1 HP attack, and he's going to be able to...
Oh, nice.
Staggers another leg, and GG Dude. Nice. So RTA about 6 minutes apart, but I don't think it'll be that different in game time. I believe both players were just on the standard PS4. Once again, Dude had to quit out for multiple minutes. So really good race, really good stuff. Let's see what the final time is for Dude.
GG.
1:18:09. So less than 5 minutes. Once again, that might seem like a lot compared to Romanticore's time, but anything sub 90, honestly, in the tournament is good. Like, Bloodborne is not a friendly game to run at all. It's very easy to die. The game's really unforgiving. Dude could have forfeited after one Reborn on the first death, but he kept going, so...
Oh yeah,
really
that
good
one
race.
Reborn was so awful.
Yeah. That fight alone cost him multiple minutes. But it's to be expected, man. That's what happens in this game. So anyways, let's see if we can get these guys in here and maybe talk about their race a little bit. You guys want to hop in Discord? I see Romanticore's in the setup channel still, but maybe he can hop in the live channel with us.
Wait, can we bring him over here?
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey,
How's it going?
yeah, I'm pretty sad about that one, especially one reborn.
Yeah.
I
Whoa,
lost
Hey,
like
hello.
4.5 minutes.
Hey, Romanticore.
I didn't want to come in here prematurely.
That's okay.
Might be
We got-
pulling a Hattie. I mean,
First of all, we got both you guys here. It was a really good race. Honestly, 113, 118. A lot of memes. A lot of deaths for, well, multiple deaths for both of you guys. First of all, what'd you think about your runs overall?
I could have probably saved one reborn. So after the first stagger, I decided to do 3 R1s and an L1.
Yeah,
But I
you
should
got
have done
Fireball.
the... Yeah, I kept getting fireballed. And I tried to survive the fight. I tried to break the other limbs, but the fight was so bad. I got spammed by so many fireballs and I couldn't recover from that.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And
saw
I
you.
lost like a minute in the fight. I used another pellet and ran
Yeah, I
out.
saw that. Yeah. It dragged on for a while, man. I thought you were going to pull it off, but once things go south with that boss, it goes south pretty fast.
Yeah, I tried to do everything to
That was so
recover from that,
unfortunate.
but it didn't work.
So what'd you think after that, though? Were you just like, I just gotta keep going? Were you watching Romanticore at all?
Yeah, I had the stream open.
So you knew you were behind at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you kept going, man. Then what happened? You got a note at some point?
Mhm.
Yeah, so you had to go AFK for a few minutes. But overall, I think still a pretty good run. I think the biggest meme in yours, dude, was the brain sucker, man. Like it looked like you leveled your vid so that you'd be okay the rest of the run. Then you died in the upper cathedral ward.
I could have done the 2 R1s instead of R1 L1, and I could have rolled through it. But I didn't really care about that run, and I just did whatever.
Yeah.
Because I already died. I was pretty mad about that run.
Yeah, I figured as much. But either way, GG on your race. You're going to be going up against Milton in the lower bracket. So at some point next week, we'll have Doodhandvleee versus Milton. Both of them got memed a lot by one first round run, and I promise you, they'll both do a lot better this time. Like, that boss is just so shitty that one death pretty much ruins everything. Like, fighting that boss aggroed, not good.
When I walked to Cathedral Ward, my nose started bleeding, and there was blood everywhere on my t-shirt.
Nice.
Oh,
I wanted to keep going,
What a trooper
but I
finishing
couldn't
that.
stop.
Okay. So thank you, dude. Thank you again for racing. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, nobody's out yet. We do have our first elimination race coming up today. It's going to be at noon my time. So we're talking about 8 hours and 15 minutes from now. We're going to have CB Raffle, the German god gamer himself, up against Nubisaurus Rex to put this whole thing together. So that's going to be the first match in the lower bracket. Like I said, I don't want to call it the loser's bracket because someone can still win it from there. But we got about 8 hours. We're going to have another race on the Speed Gaming channel, CB Raffle versus Newbie, to see who goes home. Meanwhile, Romanticore, dude, what'd you think about your run?
I was at the beginning. I was getting memed around every corner. You know, you saw your Hagol skip. Where
I saw you die to Lunarium key skip. I saw you go to the moon on your Hargle skip a couple times, and you end up dying by clipping through the floor.
But even though that happened, there has to be someone looking out for me, because when I got to the DLC, I had 64 insight for some reason. You know, you're only supposed to have 63,
Yeah.
so that let me get an extra pellet for Orphan. You know, I had to quit out for him.
Yeah.
So that was just like pure absolute luck that I managed to get one extra insight somehow.
That was
You did
Stern God
so
at his
many YOLO
finest.
stuff in your entire run. It was pretty amazing to watch. Like a YOLO emissary. Like,
I
I
don't
did not
even-
expect that at all.
I don't know how to fight Emissary normally anymore. I actually had a run the other night that was really good, and I died because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna YOLO it. But now YOLO is like the only way I know how to fight.
Yeah, we were wondering, man, because like I said, you did it in the last race. We didn't know, and then next thing we know, you're doing wood skip, new hex wood skip.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think, though, honestly? Because I was literally, you'll go back and watch the commentary. I was literally like, Romanticore didn't take any DLC lane. He's going full YOLO. There's one thing here that can kill this dude, and that's insta lightning. And next thing we know, Orphan's screaming. So it was like, was that just instinct to quit out, or what were you thinking happened?
Like, I noticed that I had the extra pellet somehow, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
quit out.
You started running towards the front of the arena, and I thought you were trying to dodge, iframe the lightning things.
I was like, no, I was gonna dodge it, and I was like, you know what? Why would I do that? Why would I run this run?
Stern God was watching over you.
Seriously, how did I get that extra insight? Can someone tell me? Like, I didn't pick up any extra.
Did you pick up the pellet before Mingalash, maybe?
No.
No, I don't know. Then.
But I had I only supposed to have 63 insight, but I had 64. I don't know how. I didn't pick up any extra.
I like how you basically YOLO'd everything, and then you quit out at the up cathedral.
Yeah.
Like right before the gun.
What
Wait, I
was
quit
that?
out where?
You know where you would normally grab, or some people grab the cold blood when they do early clerics level up run.
Where the
Like
two
for the-
gun
for the-
were.
Oh yeah, you quit out there so they don't shoot you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's just like, I'm not that YOLO. Come on.
So overall, you guys pretty happy with how it turned?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, I guess.
I'm not really happy about
I know Dude's not. Dude's gonna come back with a vengeance, and
The dude is gonna clean up.
I don't want to say I feel bad for Milton because he's took a long time off this game, but I have a feeling Dude's gonna tear it up in the next round.
Yeah, I got
Revenge
a
of the
112.
One Reborn. You gotta kill him.
I got a 112 the previous race. I was expecting a 112 again.
Oh, so
I
Newbie's
got
more
a
saying,
118.
Me
Newbie's
too,
sort of
I was
saying in
expecting
chat,
so.
Romanticore, since you didn't get the insta warp on Rom, apparently you get an extra insight from Queen Yarna.
That's weird.
So maybe, just maybe, the calculated no insta warp.
What
I've never
about
heard
that frame
before.
perfect quit out on witches? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I thought I
Yeah.
quit out too early, that's
We
why I
all
walked
thought you
back.
quit out too early. And the Prey Slaughtered showed up, but you never got the souls.
Yeah,
for
I
whatever reason.
quit out so quickly and so accurately. I didn't get the item and I didn't get the souls, but the lamp was still in there, so I turned around and left.
I apologize. Newbie doesn't know Jack. That's actually the Canadian pride, the Hattie, sharing that tip with us. That's why.
Do we have commentators yet for the race today?
Commentators are going to be Uger, so.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it. We don't have to do that on right now, though. But what are you thinking about your next round, guys? You know how Milton's is. What do you think about going up against Milton?
Dude.
Huh?
What do you think? See, he's so
What do you-
unworried about it, he's not even thinking about it.
He won't even give the guy the time. I asked, what do you think about going up against Milton?
That's going to be a pretty hard race, so I have to practice a lot, especially the early game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the ladder up on like my 5th attempt in this run.
Yeah, we saw you do the classic shake my camera because I didn't get it. What about you, Romanticore? You're going up against Ivan. I think
Dude,
that's gonna be
never
a-
heard of him, I mean.
Never heard of him? Yeah. I think that's going to be a really, really good race on it.
I mean, hopefully he plays legit, guys. A little worried.
Okay. Well, thank you guys again for the race. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Thank you guys so much. I just want to give a quick shout out to Giant Cookie Jar. We all love this dude. Everybody in the community. When he's gonna stream again, he's pretty busy IRL, but he stepped up today because Newbie had to go to sleep, even though Newbie was here the whole time. Maybe Newbie just debated Cookie into doing it.
Yeah, I think he did that.
But I'm really happy that I got to commentate this with Cookie. Cookie's the man, and we all love him. So everybody say thanks to Cookie next time you see him. And
thanks for letting me commentate. It was fun.
You were nervous, but you did a great job.
Yeah, I was though.
So yeah, again, everybody, thank you for watching the beginning of round 2 of the Speed Souls 2018 All Bosses Tournament on the Speed Gaming channels. Once again, if you have any questions about anything, we're all passionate about speedrunning Souls games. Come to the Discord, check out speedsouls.com. Help you get started, or if you want to see the leaderboard. So, that's all I have.
Cool.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Good race, guys, and once again, double elimination. First loser goes home today, 8 hours from now, this same channel. Newbiesaurus, shout out again, dude, for setting this all up against CB Raffle, the German God Gamer, and we'll see who has to pack their bags today. So, we'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot, Cookie Man.
Bye.
Bye.
GC, do you want to do a race later today?
Maybe. Depends on...
Yo, for Soul Spear.
Oh god, no. Alright, I'll see you later.
Okay, see ya.
I'm all see ya.